Hello and welcome to Ageless Rock channel, where megalithic sites can be seen from another perspective. Today we are going to check out Pawon Temple. This temple should be a famous temple because it is on the ley line between the world famous Borobudur Temple and Mendut Temple. This relatively unknown temple is in Borobudur hamlet of Magelang Regency in central Java. A lot of my friends have yet to know Borobudur Temple, and I am assuming all my friends are completely unaware of Pawon Temple. That doesn't mean it is insignificant and not interesting. Pawon Temple has so little known history that even the locals knew nothing. Western archaeologists can barely put a date on this and only made an educated guess that it was built between 8th and 9th century. So let's start with the naming of this temple. The word Pawon in Javanese language simply means kitchen, but archaeologists like the root word awu because it means ash. I am not sure if Javanese actually use the word perawuan as in Malay perabuan to mean things related to ash because it is a strange word to use even on a daily basis. But I can see mainstream likes this narrative because they can now link Perawan to Pawon. It is important to link Pawon to ash because they can now associate this monument as tomb. It is like describing a soil with ash as ashish. Why would anyone describe a temple as ashish temple? If the soil feels like ash, would you say it is ashly and so name it Ashley Temple? If the temple color looks like ash, would you say the ashliness looks awesome on the temple? I am suspiciously cautious about this because Pawon is not even a short word for Perawuan. In fact, Perawuan is a word by itself which means virgin. If Javanese were to say Perawuan as a commonly used word, it normally means virgin. If Pawon is already a common word for kitchen, then Candi Pawon will sound very odd if you are a Javanese. It would be translated as kitchen temple. Neither will they use Perawuan, which will mean virgin temple. Another word that mainstream links to is the meaning for dust. I am not sure how dust and ash can be related because in Malay it is habuk and in Javanese is bleduk. I think it is an attempt to make it feel like it has to do with cremation. I think awu is erroneously linked to Perawuan to conveniently link to Pawon to relate it to an existing belief that it is a temple with a tomb or a tomb in a temple. Archaeologists even suggest it was King Indra's ash, but King Indra was a Hindu. Furthermore, this temple is physically very small for a historically very big king. With all this Western confusion, what do the locals call this temple? Well, they call this Candi Bajranalan. It has a Sanskrit-based etymology, where Bajra or Vajra means thunder and Anala means fire. Vajra is a powerful magical weapon held by god Indra. Maybe the best way to find out is to go to Candi Bajranalan in Borobudur hamlet in Wanurejo village and see the temple for yourself. You might even discover a pot with King Indra's ash. Looks like Pawon Temple is another megalithic structure where no one knows anything for sure. It was reclaimed by tropical forests and in ruin when rediscovered in 19th century. It was rediscovered, researched and restored by the Dutch. Restoration was completed in 1903. There is a mysterious thing said about this temple. According to Karang Tengah inscription, there is a Buddha statue that shines golden. It is believed that the shiny Buddha statue is located inside Pawon Temple. Because it is said to shine, archaeologists believe it was made of bronze. There seems to be a base for a statue in the middle. This 13.3 meters tall temple is surprisingly empty. It has only a square room measuring 2.6 meters on all sides and is 5.2 meters high. There is an empty niche on each side on the inside. There is a kala on top of the entrance. Kala is time and death. It seems like when you enter the temple, your spirit goes into another time dimension and your old self is left behind, therefore meaning death. To the devotees of Buddhism, Pawon Temple has a different purpose. The march from Mendut Temple on Vesak Day will pass by Pawon Temple for the purpose of purifying the mind. I think it has to do with Kala. This temple is between the famous Borobudur Temple and Mendut Temple. It is 1.75 kilometers from Borobudur Temple and 1.15 kilometers from Mendut Temple. This ley-line position has baffled scientists and archaeologists until today. According to archaeologists, Mendut Temple and Pawon Temple were constructed first. That means they have to aim the center of Borobudur Temple, which is 26 meters on higher ground, to be in a straight line. If devotees had been doing this since the beginning, there would have been a straight path traceable today. One of the famous reliefs is this Kalpataru tree. It is a tree of life. It is believed to have the divine power to make your wish come true. Most people will wish for money. That is why you see money bags under the tree. The Apsara on the left and Devata on the right are celestial beings. They are the equivalent of fairies in modern children's stories, where fairy tales are favorite bedtime stories. You can also find Kinnari on the left and Kinnara on the right. They are beings which is half human and half bird. Kinnara and Kinnari protect humans from danger and are depicted as beings that sing and dance and are very good at poetry. So when you see dancers dressed up like a bird in local performances, you know they are the Kinnaras and the Kinnaris. Javanese are still deeply rooted in culture and tradition, and traditional performances are still common. On that note, I wonder why they stopped stacking polygonal stones. Another mysterious thing about this temple is that there are ventilation shafts on the ceiling. This is very unusual because that will defeat the purpose of having a roof. Archaeologists say this could be evidence it was once a crematorium for burning a dead body. Since it is loosely linked to King Indra's ash, this adds credibility by an inch to mainstream narrative. There is a Kubera carving on each side except the front. Since there is no Buddha or Linga or Shiva, some say this temple is for Kubera, who is a god king. He is also worshipped as god of wealth. Western archaeologists would like to think it is a tomb. Buddhists say it is clearly their temple. Others say it is temple for Kubera. From an old ruin hidden in a jungle unknown to the outside world for over 1,000 years, it remains a mystery with many questions unanswered. The name, the origin, and the purpose remain debatable from archaeological or historical point of view. If you are a coffee drinker, I am sure you want a cup of Java before you hit the road. If that is the case, then you might want to check this out. Pawon is also famous for coffee. It is called luwak coffee. It is not the regular coffee that you drink. The coffee cherries are eaten and excreted by civets. The digestion process makes the cherries highly sought after for its unique flavor and is less bitter. Wild cherries eaten by wild civets defecated in the jungle and collected in the wild can fetch up to $1,000 per kilogram of beans. After a rich cup of flavorful Java in Java, you might be poorer, but you will be rich in experience, and the taste of natural coffee cherry processed through the most environmentally friendly method will leave you speechless. I hope you have enjoyed this short presentation on Pawon Temple and leave you with an open mind about this megalithic site when you visit Brojonalan Hamlet in your vacation. That's all for now. and see you next time. Sekian, terima kasih.